And we're back. Couch Company Podcast. I am John. And with me, as always, T-Dog, DeFazio.
I am he.
Tyler.
I always hate that.
What?
I am he.
I am he?
He, yeah.
H-E?
That's the...
H-E double hockey sticks? Did you ever say that?
Nope. Well, I've said it before, but that's not how I refer to myself.
Hell? Hellraiser?
Yeah. So you know how like if you answer a phone, like an old school phone call, like landlines, you know what a landline is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mom would always be like some, I don't know, telemarketer or something would be like, oh hey, by the way, well, I don't say by the way, but they're like, hi, is Sally there? She's like, oh, this is she. It just sounds weird.
Sounds weird.
It's
what would you say?
Correct grammar.
This is Sally.
Yeah, it's Sally. This is. I mean, that's,
what if
this
she was
Sally
like,
is still correct.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
What if she was like, "We are Sally"? Now that's
but like put like a voice modular on there.
Yeah. Yeah. Now that's freaky.
That would be freaky.
That'd be funny.
I don't know.
Funny, freaky. Depends what side of the landline you're on.
I feel. What was it? Did we talk? The one thing we didn't talk about when we were in Maryland was when the Illuminati wanted me to join them. Did we talk about that?
No, not on the podcast.
I don't think I've ever been so. This isn't what we're going to talk about, by the way. Sorry, this will be a quick story. But like, yeah, so the Illuminati contacted me and was like, "Hey, you want to join the Illuminati? Here's a list of everything that you can receive from us." Yeah, it was like $65 million or something, and it was the classic like, "We'll contact you when we want to talk to you. Don't worry, it's nothing." It's nothing freaky. Yeah. No blood sacrifices or anything like that. So I was like, hey, yeah, no, I'm totally in. That sounds like a lot of money. And then I get this like detailed letter where it's like, okay, we need your name, address, what you do for your work and what kind of influence you have. And we need scans of your passport. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I changed my mind. Thanks, bye. Block. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was just trying to be a dick, and they absolutely they either called my bluff perfectly, or that could get into some really dark stuff.
I mean, they're just trying to steal information at that point, right?
I assume so, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird because I feel like you would not just give a list of all the information you want to steal, like make it a little bit more organic. Like, oh, no, hey, it's so good. I just want to talk and hang out. Like, oh, my mom's name is Martha. What's yours? Stuff like that.
Martha.
Oh, yeah. Sally, that's cool. And her maiden name was, okay.
Yeah, no, I think scammers are like very cast a wide net.
Yeah.
And because it's all about volume, I think, versus the quality of the scam.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Makes sense.
Yeah, of course.
But that's not why we're here today.
Yeah, that's not why we're here.
Sorry. Yeah.
But we are here for the greatest scam of all.
Oh.
Not really.
Okay.
Pretty fantastic, right?
Sure.
Pizza?
Pizza
Time?
Arguably one of the best foods ever invented.
If pizza didn't exist, we wouldn't have the Ninja Turtles.
Ooh, that's actually good. Again, not to derail, because we don't have a lot of time. So that's the other thing, is this is going to be a shorter episode.
Absolutely.
But yeah, if the Turtles didn't have pizza, what would they be? Like lasagna? They can be like pull a Garfield or something. Like what would they be eating if they didn't have pizza?
I don't think they
sandwiches?
wouldn't be able to function.
How
they need
integral is pizza to the Ninja Turtles? Like, is that like a make or break?
Yes.
So you're saying without pizza,
what is Popeye without spinach? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you could put anything. Like you could be like, oh, I ate my broccoli.
No way. He couldn't crush the can of broccoli and have it fly into the air and in his mouth, and his muscles get huge.
There's got to be a dirty joke with olive in there somewhere, but that's another time.
Probably not. But we're talking about pizza today, and if you've been checking us out on Twitter at CouchCo Games, you'll see that we have a couple pizza reviews on there.
Yeah.
We use the One Bite app. Everyone knows the rules.
Seems like the one to use.
Yeah, I don't know. I always watch
the
Dave's
dedicated pizza app.
Yeah, I always watch Dave's pizza reviews, so I was like, I'll just use this. So
sure.
It started when we were in Maryland, and we went to a pizza place. We wanted to go to the one that was like an 8-something.
8.7, I think.
Yeah, that would have been good.
I still don't think Maryland people understand ratings.
Yeah, I think we lost our last Maryland viewer last week.
Yeah,
so
we can really bash
definitely
them now.
really get into it now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did one in Maryland. I forget what it was called.
Ava's.
Yeah, thank you. And then we did one here, Champs.
Yep.
Then we did one today. So check out Twitter to see what we scored it and what it was. Okay, I hope you did that because I'm about to tell you. We did Blaze, Tyler's favorite.
So favorite is a strong word.
You literally told me it was your favorite.
I think
You said John Blaze is my new favorite mushroom.
yes.
Period. Stop.
Yes. Because I'm looking at it from a consistency standpoint.
Right.
So there are a couple places that I'm sure we'll eventually come to that if gotten fresh and like at their best, they're better than Blaze.
Right.
But Blaze, you get what you get every time you go in, which I like.
Yeah, that's fair. Like that's like my Permanis philosophy.
Yeah.
Where it's like every time I go to Permanis, it's fantastic. It's like good. It's solid.
Yeah.
And that's all I want. I just want a solid experience every time.
So when you're looking at pizzas, right? What's the type of like ingredients and things like that? So for me, I'm going with crust first, and I like the whole like, not too doughy. Like I like a thin crust. Like I'm not a big like Chicago pizza guy or anything like that. So we are talking more like, what is it, like thin crust pizza? Is kind of the ones we're going with.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm in the same boat. Crust obviously most important. I like a little bit of char underneath, a little crispiness. So Blaze was actually pretty good, and we'll get into that. But you said you like it doughy or no?
I don't like it like a cracker. So when you're talking Blaze, or when you're talking like Sir Pizza and stuff like that.
Do you think Blaze is cracker-esque?
I think it's getting there.
Yeah, but I feel like it's on.
It's
the
not.
line.
No, which is why I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Sir Pizza is too much. I totally agree.
I don't.
Which Sir Pizza is a local pizza place.
Which we should still try because
we have to. Yeah, we got to get it all.
Yeah. No, I think for my crust, if I'm thinking like my personal like best pizza, I would like a somewhat thicker crust, like a doughier crust, on the back end.
Okay.
Thin crust for like where the actual like kind of pizza is, like the body of the pizza. And when I pick it up, I don't want everything falling off of it, but I want it to be rigid, but only rigid whenever I kind of like hold the back end and kind of like crinkle it between your fingers. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
I'm sure someone is understanding.
Like folding it.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
So I'm with you on a lot of that. For me, I think I like a medium crust, not like super doughy and fluffy, but like somewhere in the middle because I don't like the super thin either. It's not that I don't like it, but I prefer it.
I like having crust versus just an edge.
Right. A little body.
Yeah.
But nothing crazy. And then same with the undercarriage. I like the thin.
Yeah.
On the thinner side. Light. I like it lighter.
Cooked all the way through, so no
Absolutely.
like undercooked dough or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. I would rather have, like I said, I like the char way more than the undercooked, right?
Yeah.
And then, in terms of like cheese and everything, there's just like a sweet spot for me. Like you don't want it to fall off.
Yep.
But you don't want it to be like super solid. You know what I mean? Just like a block.
Do you like, so you don't like a lot of cheese?
Yeah. Not that I don't like it, but there's like I like the medium, just to the right amount of cheese.
So for me, if the cheese is covering like the entire pizza, like if you don't actually see like sauce through it or something like that, that's too much cheese in my mind.
Too much cheese. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I
fair.
also don't like cheese pizza by itself. I think it tastes off and it tastes just like cheese, and that's not what I'm going for.
Yeah, I guess we should preface this that every review that we do is mushroom pizza, since mushroom pizza is, for some reason, our number one pizza.
And I'm sure we alienate a lot of people that way, but hey, it is what it is.
We are diversifying ourselves in the market because no one in their right mind would try mushroom pizzas at every place. So we are the ones. If you want to know which mushroom pizza is the best in all the land, check us out.
And mushroom pizzas, like mushroom, I think gives a very distinct like flavor. Obviously it's a mushroom flavor, but it's like it really kind of colors a pizza
well.
Yeah
I agree. And yeah, mushroom is a pizza topping, like the best one.
It's our number one. Yeah. Anyway,
but
okay, so that's kind of cheese, and then real quick, for as far as sauce goes?
Yeah, you were talking about. Why don't you explain what you were saying?
Yeah, so there are a bunch of different types of sauces. So we're just gonna go with like your red marinara sauce. That's our standard. So we're doing shredded mozzarella, red marinara. So like very basic pizzas are kind of baseline.
Right.
Me personally, I'm looking for more of a savory red sauce versus something sweeter. So when we had Champs, I would argue that was a little bit of a sweeter sauce.
Yeah.
But then if you're doing something like a Domino's or in this case Blaze, it was a little more savory, a little saltier. Yeah,
I think I'm probably on the same boat as you there. I have to calibrate my sauce game. I need like this is challenging like when you're starting out too because you're like, I mean I know what I like in a pizza, but when you start putting a score to everything, it's like all relative until you start getting like a baseline.
Yeah,
then you can really start building from there. So I feel like the first 10 you do are always should be like subject to change.
Yeah, and the first time we're doing it's all gonna be like in the 7s where it's like
you can just play it safe, right? Yeah. Unless something just like blows you away.
Yeah,
you're or is really underwhelming or bad. Like you're just gonna be in that mid range.
Yeah,
I would say this: the last time we had Vinny's, I would give that like a 6 something.
I would probably give
5.
It less than that.
Yeah,
and that's rated highly usually.
I don't know what it is on the app, but
yeah,
I guess we should say this. So we scored Ava's in Maryland a 7-1.
Yeah,
and on the app it was like a 7-6.
So we actually thought Ava's was a little less than what the average.
Yeah, what the average says. Now I will preface this: none of the places we went to, Dave went to, so there's no official review on it. But obviously, users can leave their own. And I think with Ava's, it was like just bad circumstances. Like we got the pizza and we had to drive back to the place, and it took a while, and it was like not fresh.
We're learning as we go. I feel like it's like, okay, we'll go to the pizza place, we'll get it fresh, we'll do it, like that kind of thing. So
yeah,
next time we're in Maryland and we check out Ava's, we'll give it another shake. But
yes, so that was a 7-1, and then we did Champs the other day, last week.
Also delivery, but still warm and decent.
Yeah, it was like right down the road though. So yeah, I thought it was like fine. I think Tyler liked it more than me.
Yeah, because that's more of my crust, where it's a little bit floppier.
Yeah.
Like that floppy crust.
Yeah, flop. So that was like what 7-3.
Yeah, I think that's what you told me.
And then Blaze got a 7-5.
Yep.
I did like the crust. Like that's the crust I like. Not like the edge crust, but like the undercarriage. Charred, a little crispy, light pizza. I just didn't think it had like a ton of flavor.
It was safe.
Personally.
Yeah.
It was very safe, like very middle of the road. So I think a 7.5 is pretty fitting. I will say, and this is an aspect that we probably should talk about too. Like, I did like the mushrooms on it. The mushrooms were pretty tasty actually. So I thought they were good mushrooms. Is there a specific type of mushroom that you're looking for on a pizza?
Yeah, I keep going back and forth where I don't love fresh mushrooms, right? So like if it's mushrooms, you just slice them up and you're like, okay, hey, it's on the pizza. They're fine, but I feel like you never cook the pizza's going to be done well before the mushrooms are going to be the type of consistency that I like.
Yeah.
So fresh mushrooms are a little tougher.
Right.
So I like kind of like this hybrid. It's almost like part fresh, part canned. They just kind of like mix in with each other. I believe that Blaze uses quote unquote fresh, but I think they're pre-cooked.
Yeah, they have to be.
Yeah, so they're not like...
Which is probably the way to go, right? Or else they'd be too tough?
Yeah, probably. But I think overall, like the interesting thing with the mushroom stuff is because I would argue that mushroom pizza is generally blander, just topping-wise. Like it's not going to be... Like you can't rely on like a banana pepper or pepperoni or something like that for the flavor. You have to rely on the crust, the cheese, the sauce.
Right.
And I don't think Blaze has like their sauce is very like fine. It's just very, very plain marinara sauce, which is good, especially in a place like you build your own.
Right.
You can load it up for $10 with any topping you want.
Right. You want it more neutral.
Yeah, you want like a neutral base. So it's kind of working against it for what we're doing.
Yeah.
But I thought generally speaking it was good. And like I said, it was a savory sauce, so I liked it.
Yeah, so I thought it was good too. I think I was maybe a little bit lower on it than you are, but what's interesting about it is, in terms of the app, I mean, this is our biggest disparity.
Disparity?
Disparity?
Yeah.
Disparity.
Yep.
Thank you. Where the app is like 6.1,
Yeah.
we're like a 7.5.
Yep.
So really curious about that, because definitely don't think it's that low. I don't think it belongs in the 6s. I think maybe because it's a chain, there's a stigma there, potentially.
I think that's part of it. I also think that you have to like it cold, because I don't think it travels well. So for instance, if we got it and then brought it like here to eat and didn't eat it there, it would not make it hot.
Yeah.
So at that point, it's like, okay, you're anytime you get a pickup, even if you're like order online pickup and like in store and bring it back,
Yeah.
it's gonna be cold, or it's gonna be lukewarm. It's not gonna be like it's best.
Right.
So if most people are picking it up versus eating in the restaurant, then I could see how it's a little bit lower.
Yeah, but it's a lot lower. So it's like pretty surprising to me. And there's a decent number of reviews on it, so it's not like it's just one guy who hates it. So yeah, but like Tyler said, I don't think that should influence our decision on that. I think we got to keep it how we feel about it, right?
Hey man, look, I enjoyed it. I don't think it's like I said, it's not the best in the world. I'm just saying that like if I want a mushroom pizza and I'm like, okay, I want a good mushroom pizza that I don't have to guess at, that's reasonably priced. I think it was like $7 for one topping.
Right.
It's like, this place is pretty good, and it's quick. Like it's
quick.
You get it in 10 minutes and good to go.
Yeah. So that was Blaze. How often do you think we're going to be doing this? Maybe.
I don't know.
Not every week.
See, I think if we could do it every week, it would have to be like we get a small and we just split a small at the place, and
I am
and that's
a big proponent of you got to get like what their normal size is.
Yeah.
So which would usually be a
medium.
large for everyone.
You think a large over like a medium piece?
Yeah, isn't that's like usually the standard for a pizza place, right?
I don't know. I guess it all depends on the place. Because if you get a large at like say something like Vinny's, that's going to be way more than.
Yeah, that's true. But like I don't know.
If you want to get super technical with that kind of stuff, then it's like, okay, let's make sure that we get between a 10 and 12 inch pizza.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the large is usually the standard.
All right. I mean,
at a pizza place.
I guess it depends on the pizza place, because some larges are 14 inch, some are 18.
I know, yeah. We will ask them what their standard size is.
We'll figure it out. But
yeah, I think we need to be consistent in that approach, and then obviously the mushroom.
Yeah. And we got oregano. I don't know if that's anything to call out, but we do have that. So
cheated.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. What do you think is gonna be next?
I know we want to talk about Vicelli's, so I think that's up in the air. And then
that's just because like you know how everyone has like that childhood pizza place they live next to.
Yeah,
that's like mine.
I was thinking because we do D&D now. And it's a little tough because I know people are gonna get pizzaed out at D&D, but at the same time, like that's way easier to be like, okay, here I'm gonna buy like 4 or 5 pizzas.
Yeah, cheaper. Yeah.
Well, it's cheaper and it goes a much longer way versus like, okay, let's get everyone's order for. Can you imagine like going to like Five Guys and being like, all right, what do you want?
Fuck that, yeah. I watched a video on that once in a hotel.
What do you mean?
For like Five Guys orders.
Oh, yeah. The soccer trip's pretty rough.
That was funny.
I don't know.
That was a funny one. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to pizza.
Yeah. I know we had a couple polls. You want to save that for the next time, or we have 5 minutes to?
Oh, we have 5 minutes. We have 5 minutos. Speaking of D&D, do you have anything to call out about last session? I don't remember it very well.
We drink a lot.
We drink a lot.
I don't.
I
hope Nate wasn't mad. I think that's the only thing is I am going to tone back the drinking a little bit. I wanted to find my accent. I feel comfortable with it now that I'm pretty good. Like, I don't think I need to drink anything.
Okay. I'm proud of you.
I don't need the booze. Yeah, I don't know. I think it was fine and good. I think Nate wants us to all stick together because it's a much more cohesive and easier experience. So naturally, we ran off into 12 different directions, and I think that's tough. So
I think that's funny coming from Nate, but yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, but I'm also gonna be kind of a concerted effort to just stick with the main group.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just gonna try to do that going forward.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it was fine. I think it turned out good.
Yeah. I
think it all came together and we got where we needed to get to.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Rolled some dice.
I just never felt like I'm in a box. Like I don't want to like fuck over everyone.
Yeah.
But I do like having the freedom.
Well, the problem is we were kind
what I want.
of like we were in a carnival, so I feel like that's
true.
a box in itself. That now you're going out of that. We'll see.
We'll see where it goes. But yeah, I just wanted to see if you had any thoughts on that. We did have one poll, best hot dog bun, and the audience continues to disappoint me with the split top winning by a margin of 45% to original at 36 or 35. I should probably say. I don't know why it has like 1% off.
Yeah,
because bunless and pretzel were tied at 10.
That's crazy.
The audience, congratulations. You guys are wrong yet again. You should be very proud of yourselves.
I think the audience spoke for everyone.
That's ridiculous.
It
makes no sense to me.
Smart. Why? That's how you eat a hot dog.
What are you talking about?
When you take a hot dog and you put it in your mouth, do you don't put any condiments on your hot dog?
Zero.
Okay. So
now that you mention it, I do eat a hot dog sideways, quote unquote.
Correct.
Which would be the correct way for the privileged hot dog eaters.
But do you see what I'm saying? Like when you put condiments on a hot dog, you put it on the opening.
Yeah.
And then you hold it so the opening is up top because you don't want the condiments to fall out.
Right.
So if you have a bun that's sliced that way to begin with, it's just you don't have to start turning hot dog buns around. It's
you understand though that like the sides are the fragile parts where you can easily slice into it.
Well,
so my understanding of a split top is that the sides are still fragile, but there's a slit in the top of it.
No, the slide it's the same thing.
Or is it crusted all the way around?
It's crusted all the way around. It's just like it's a well, no. I mean,
I need to see an example of a split top. I guess
it's a normal hot dog bun. It's just the cuts on the top instead of the side. That's all.
Yeah, but the sides are the fragile parts of the hot dog bun. So that's why it's easier to break it open.
Oh, well, I mean, whenever it's cut, it's cut. I don't think it's too crazy. I think you're just in a special situation because you don't put any condiments on it, so it doesn't matter for you. I'm saying if you put condiments on, you have to put it on the top.
Do you see the lighter part?
Yeah.
Of the hot dog bun on the sides?
Uh-huh.
They're still that way. They're still like breakable. But you're just cutting into the top of it, which is the sturdy part. So you're just making it less structurally sound.
I feel like it. I think you're looking too much into that.
Oh, I'm looking too much into it. Just eat a fucking hot dog.
Well, yeah. All right. Let me put this out, and then we can end it. But if I had to pay more for top cut buns, okay. If you do, then I never will buy a top cut bun. I just believe that they are a evolved way of cutting buns. That's all.
You don't think that sounds pretentious?
Absolutely. We that's what is more American than arguing about hot dog top cut buns?
Just eat a hot dog with nothing on it.
Yeah, well, that's just silly.
I
would never
eat a hot dog. Why is that silly? Why is that silly?
You need to do mustard at least.
I don't have to do mustard because this is America. I can do whatever I want.
You think mustard or ketchup is more common on a hot dog? Probably ketchup, right?
Probably ketchup.
Yeah.
But we also live in Pittsburgh, so I think ketchup's more common on everything here.
Ooh, it's a good call. Yeah, that's fair.
It's a great call. That's all I make. Good calls. Eating a hot dog plain, fantastic call.
It's okay.
Best call of my life.
If you're
best call of my life.
Of your entire life.
I've lived for 25 years. I've made approximately 3 calls.
Mm-hmm.
Best call was a hot dog with nothing on it.
Yeah.
In 2004.
2004.
2004. Great year.
That was your first hot dog?
No, that was my 12th hot dog.
Oh, but that was the first one. Oh,
I don't know what I'm saying.
I don't know either.
We have 1 minute, and I don't know if I want to say anything else. I think I've really made my case here for this one.
Yeah, no, clearly the audience is absolutely wrong. I'm sorry,
dude.
Audience.
Disgusting. I think people made Twitter accounts just to actually. I know several people who followed us just for this poll, which is a good strategy.
Sure,
but I don't like it because I lost. So
that's fair.
Whatever. We'll have another juicy poll.
I don't
next
know,
time.
some day next week.
Yeah, I'm sure Tyler and I will argue about something stupid and I'll lose again. So
I do have something
tuned.
from John that we talked about that I think The Hangover is funnier than Billy Madison or what's another Adam Sandler movie? Billy Madison and something. What's a golf one? Is that Billy Madison?
That's Happy Gilmore.
Okay. Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison.
Combined?
Either or. So Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison, Hangover. What's the funniest?
Put the three, which is the funniest. Can I add one
sure.
in there?
Sure.
Okay.
Which one?
I don't know. I'm thinking.
Okay, let me know, because my whole argument was I think Hangover is funnier than either of those two movies. You might throw a movie out there that I think is funnier than Hangover.
No, I definitely won't, because your taste in comedies are trash.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'll probably do a Will Ferrell movie because you hate him.
Great.
Can't
Can't wait for
I
Hangover
put Step
to knock
Brothers on
out.
there, dude. It's game over.
I don't think so.
It'll beat fucking Hangover.
I feel like Hangover.
We're putting it out now.
Hangover.
We're putting it out.
That's fine.
Now. Audience, you're going to sit here and you're going to watch me put this poll out.
I guess I should watch Hangover sooner rather than later, just to see
Funniest
if it holds
movie
up. Probably
out
doesn't.
of these? Question mark. Add a chart. All right, what's first?
I don't know. Billy Madison. Are you going in alphabetical order?
Whatever you want to do, boss.
Sure. Billy Madison.
Billy
I
Madison.
don't think I've ever seen that movie. God. Is he like a kid? He's like
Billy
back to
Madison
school?
and then Happy Gilmore?
Well, it'd be Hangover, right? If you're going alphabetical.
Yeah.
And then Happy Gilmore.
Is it The Hangover? Just Hangover.
The Hangover, I think. Yeah, The Hangover and like The Hangover 2, which is not a good movie, and then 3 is also not a good movie. I did watch, so we went through and watched all of the Ocean's movies, so 11 through 8.
Yeah.
Which is
3. That's pretty funny.
But we did 11, which is the best one. 12, which I actually think is the worst one.
Interesting.
I think 13 is probably my second favorite. And 8 actually wasn't bad. I think the main thing with 8 is what you needed to do was not make it an Ocean's movie. If it was just like hey, this is a cool heist movie, that's it. I think Ocean's 8 is absolutely serviceable. I thought the plot and how they did everything was fine. I think my only gripe with it was like it was all predicated on like they had these AR glasses that just scanned everything. Well, those don't exist, but okay.
I see.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
Ocean's
tangent.
8. Go see it. Tyler's favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, we rented it.
Better than The Hangover.
Yikes, probably not.
Better than Independence Day.
When was the last time you saw The Hangover?
7
7
units.
7 units ago. Well, you should watch it again.
I watched it maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah. It's
Maybe-
not funny?
maybe 7 years-
You don't find The Hangover
I think it's
funny?
very funny.
Yeah, okay.
Is it funnier than
Happy Gilmore and
Happy
Billy
Gilmore?
Madison?
No.
Wow.
Those are classics. Hangover's like
I
almost
think,
a classic.
Oh, I think Hangover is classic territory.
It's approaching.
One Man Wolf Pack.
It's approaching it.
I think it's
It's flirting with it,
classic.
tickling it.
It's classic.
Not quite there.
It's classic. Now they milked it and destroyed it, but
Should
it's
I
classic.
put a poll out? Is Hangover classic? That might be the follow-up.
I think it's if you're talking Hangover, like
Is Ocean's 8 the greatest movie of all time? That might be a poll.
No, that's not a poll.
That might be a
That's
poll.
a definitive. I can't imagine anybody saying that is the greatest movie. I don't care who
We
you
can't get
are.
one?
I don't think you get
We
one.
get one
No.
person in the
Greatest
world
movie of all time.
You understand? There's someone in the world who's
Who's only seen Ocean's 8.
No,
and that's
no.
it.
There's someone whose Ocean's 8 is their favorite movie.
I would love to meet them. You know what?
I would
That's
love to meet
fair.
them
You're
too.
probably right. There's a
I
universe.
have to be right.
but-
There's just not even a universe. I'm talking our world. There's got to be someone out there that Ocean's 8 just, you don't think this clicked with them on every level. They just understood. Maybe it's the director of the movie. I don't know. Maybe that's the one.
I don't even
but
think the director of
someone,
the movie.
Someone out
It was
there.
good. Like, don't get me wrong.
It was great.
I should even say good.
It was the best.
It was okay.
movie.
It was okay.
It was.
I thought it had some good writing. The problem that I had with it was it very much was Ocean's 11, like
Yeah.
story beat for story beat.
Yeah, like kind of like Star Wars Episode 7.
It's very close to it, but
Yeah.
even to the point of like when Brad Pitt's telling like George Clooney like, "Don't tell me you're doing this because of some girl or whatever," and then Ocean's 8, Kate Blanchett's like, "Don't tell me you're doing this for some guy." It's a what's her face, Sandra Bullock. I don't know.
That's hilarious.
But like beat for beat,
That is
it was literally
pretty
like
good.
Like they got the African American teammate, and both of them were like, "Oh, that's a weird name." Like Basher versus I think her name was like Nine Ball or something.
9 Ball?
Yeah.
Corner pocket?
And then they picked up the Asian American, and both Daniel Ocean and I forget her name. Daniel and
Becky Ocean.
Becky, yeah. No, it started with a D. I forget. But both of them were like, I don't know. She doesn't seem so good. And then she does something crazy. Yeah. It's just like that's how pound for pound it was, even to the type of character they're getting. It's crazy.
I think they do that because if people don't like it, they'll point and be like, well, it was the same movie. And you like that one.
Yeah. You liked it the first time.
Yeah. You think that's like part of the strategy there?
Probably. Or somebody just like sat down and was like, all right, what made this one good? I don't know. Let's start writing it down.
And then do that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Look, it was fun.
I would love to see that whiteboard.
I thought there was some dialogue that was good. I thought there was some clever bits.
You have some clever bits.
Oh, thank you.
And with that being said, we got
to get out of here. Go to Steeler Game
episode. So thanks for listening. Check us out on Anchor.
Couchcompany.game. Okay. Yeah, Anchor.
Couchcompany.games. at Couchco Games on Twitter. Vote on the poll. Vote for The Hangover, I guess, if you really think it's that great. But
yeah, do me proud. Let's keep this trend going of John hating everything about Twitter.
Dude, the thing is, like, you have to be paying people. There's just no way they think like this.
I just have 20 accounts.
There's no way Cookie Monster isn't top 10.
Yeah, that's fair.
Name 10 better.
Okay, Jack Sparrow.
1.
All right. That's all I need.
Also debatable, but that's 1.
Walter White, Darth Vader, Spock.
No. No. Spock's not better than Cookie Monster. I'd take Cookie Monster on my team over Spock.
Well, that's just silly.
You're silly.
You have to get out of here. I don't know why you want to argue this.
Because Cookie Monster is the greatest spacefaring monster.
Okay.
That devours cookies.
Sure.
In the universe.
Spacefaring monster.
I think he's spacefaring. I think there was an episode on that. Sesame Street goes to space.
Yeah. I mean, is Sesame Street on Earth? Did we confirm that? I assume.
Is Sesame Street on Earth?
Yeah, I would assume so.
Yes.
All right.
Maybe.
I don't know.
All right. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us on the couch. Peace.